Hello guys, we are on the Real Programming channel. My name is Andrei. This is our 5th lesson. I greet you. We will talk about another test drive. Let's go. So, go ahead and change your index.html file by adding in the head, title, body, text. Once you've done that, save your changes and reload the file into your browser. Let's open. You can reload the index.html file by selecting the Open File menu item again or by using your browser's reload button. Notice that the title which you specified in the head element shows up here. Here it is. Now things look a bit better. The browser had interpreted your text and created a display for the page that is not only more structured but also more readable. Sweet. Text dissected. Okay, you've seen a bit of markup, so let's zoom in and take a look at how text really works. Open your notepad or Sublime Text. Here's the opening text that begins the heading. Look, this H1 text. You usually put text around some piece of content. Here we're using text to tell the browsers that our content, Starbucks coffee beverages, is a top level heading that is heading level 1. This is closing tag. That ends the heading. In this case, the H1 tag is ending an H1 heading. You know it's a closing tag because it comes after the content and it's got a slash before the H1. All closing text have a slash in them. Text consists of the tag name surrounded by angle brackets. That is the end characters. The whole shebang is called an element. In this case, we can call it the H1 element. An element consists of the enclosing text and the content in between. We call an opening tag and its closing tag matching text. This is closing tag. To tell the browser about the structure of your page, use pairs of text around your content. Remember, element is equal opening tag plus content plus closing tag. There are no dumb questions. Let's go. So much text don't have to be on the same line. No, remember, the browser doesn't really care about tabs, return and most spaces. So your text can start and end anywhere on the same line, or they can start and end on different lines. Just make sure you start with an opening tag like H2 and end with a closing tag like /H2. Why does the closing text have that extra slash? That slash in the closing tag is to help both you and the browser know where a particular piece of structured content ends. Otherwise, the closing text would look just like the opening text, right? I've noticed that the HTML in some pages doesn't always match opening text with closing text. Well, the texts are supposed to match. In general, browsers do a pretty good job of figuring out what you mean if you write incorrect HTML. But as you're going to see, these days there are big benefits to writing total correct HTML. If you're worried you'll never be able to write perfect HTML, don't be. There are plenty of tools to verify your code before you put it on a web server so the whole world can see it. For now, just get in the habit of always matching your opening text with closing text. Well, what about that image src is equal jinx.gif tag in the long example? Did you forget the closing tag? Whoa, sharp eye. There are some elements that use a shorthand notation with only one tag. Keep that in the back of your mind for now, and we'll come back to it in a later chapter. An element is an opening tag plus content plus closing tag. But can you have tags inside other tags? Like the head and body are inside an HTML tag? Yes, HTML tags are often nested like that. If you think about it, it's natural for an HTML page to have a body which contains a paragraph and so on. So many HTML elements have other HTML elements between their tags. We'll take a good look at this kind of thing in later chapters, but for now just get your mind noticing how the elements relate to each other in a page. Brain power. Text can be a little more interesting than what you've seen so far. Here is the paragraph tag with a little extra added to it. What do you think this does? Oh, I forgot to mention, we need our company mission on a page too. Grab the mission statement of one of our coffee cups and create another page for it. Exercise. Write the HTML for the new mission HTML page here. Type in your HTML using a text editor and save it as mission HTML in the same folder as your index.html file. Once you're done that, open mission HTML in your browser. Check your work at the end of the chapter before moving on. Okay, it looks like you're getting somewhere. You got the main page and the mission page all set, but don't forget the SEO. Said the site needs to look great too. Don't you think it needs a little style? Right, we have the structure down, so now we are going to concentrate on its presentation. You already know that HTML gives you a way to describe the structure of the content in your files. When the browser does play your HTML, it uses its own built-in default style to present this structure. But relying on the browsers for style obviously isn't going to win you any designer of the month or awards. That's where CSS comes in. CSS gives you a way to describe how your content should be presented. Let's get our feet with by creating some CSS that makes the Starbucks page look a little more presentable, and launch your web career in the process. CSS is the abbreviation for cascading style sheets. We'll get into what that all means later, but for now just know that CSS gives you a way to tell the browser how elements in your page should look. Meet the style element. To add style, you add a new say it with us element to your page, the style element. Let's go back to the main Starbucks page and add some style. Check it out. The style element is placed inside the head of your HTML. Just like the other elements, the style element has an opening tag style and a closing tag style /. The style tag also has an optional attribute called type, which tells the browser the kind of style you're using. Because you're going to use CSS, you can specify the text CSS type. And here's where you're going to define the styles for the page. And for last, there are no dumb questions. An element can have an attribute. What does it mean? Attributes give you a way to provide additional information about an element. Like if you have an style element, the attribute allows you to say exactly what kind of style you're talking about. You'll be seeing a lot more attributes for various elements. Just remember they give you some extra info about the element. Why do I have to specify this type of the style? Add text CSS as an attribute of the style. Are there other kinds of style? At one time, the designers of HTML thought there would be other styles, but as it turns out, we've all come to our senses since then, and you can just use style without an attribute. All the browsers will know you mean CSS. We're disappointed. We were holding our breath for style type 50 sketch style. Oh well. Yes. So, and this is our fifth lesson over. Thanks for watching, my friends. Subscribe to my channel, please. Put likes, share with friends, comment, eat bananas, chocolate and nuts, drink more water for the effective work of our brains. Bye.